Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. We just finished setting up. We are going to be trading Tesla this morning. About 1,000 shares. I have a large group of people trading with me here today, and I'll go over about why we are trading this using the RV strategy layout and its support and resistance lines, but yet it's a very trending stock, and that's why everybody picked it. But I'll talk to you about why we have it set up this way. So we'll be trading in just a few minutes. Make sure you read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of someone that's licensed, somebody you trust. This is an entertainment channel teaching you through entertainment education, through entertainment, giving you all kinds of demonstration videos and free scripts and free layouts and all these things to help you in your journey. Maybe can help you make $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day, whatever it might be. There's a large depth of videos here. You should check them out in the playlists and the archives of all these different strategies. We're basically a community share channel. We don't charge for anything. The layouts are free. The custom scripts are free. The advice is certainly free, and we don't sell courses. So what we do take comments and advice from our subscribers that are professional traders, and we try to implement them into new strategies that are always being developed. You never want to just think that the strategies are over, like I can't get it to work for me, so there's nothing I can do. It's like, no, there's always something new, and usually it's the new traders that create these. So what you have here for this layout, and I'll go over these support and resistance lines in a minute. This is a 1 minute chart. This is the famous scalping indicator, where the green are the buyers, the red are the sellers, the blue column is the volume, and it has the sentiment inside the candle. This is one of the main ones we offer for free that is unbelievable. We could charge $1,000 for it, but it's totally free. This is a 15-minute candle. This is the active trader tool. This is the level 2. This is the 5-minute. This is the RSI, MACD, another reduced 5-minute, reduced 1 hour, reduced 4 hour, reduced 5-minute for the news, and then no, there's the news down. This is reduced so I can open up the SPY. Then there's a day down here that's reduced. So I'm going to go over the setup now and why we do it, because I just want to make sure that we're prepared to trade here when we go to trade in just a minute. So this is a day chart. Each one of these represents a day. Now, the whole idea of the RV strategy, which is we're trading today, at least the setup, is that you're looking for a consolidating stock over 10 days. We do not have that. So what we have is a high trending stock. But in case it goes back and forth like it already is here, you know, we want to be able to take trade scalps in between before it breaks out, but we're looking for a breakout to continue. But right now, this is showing us a little bit different action, although it did do that yesterday, as you can see. So this would not typically be an RV strategy stock, which, by the way, I have linked the #1 best-selling book, Day Trading Volume 1, that talks about this strategy in detail, and there's tons and tons of video archives that have us trading it. And I do think it's pretty much the #1 strategy out there right now that came out last year in March, April time. And we're hoping to bring forward the new open strategy. We have had some in the archives now that the same publishers, the $1 Million Margin Club, is putting out regarding that. So that's kind of exciting. If you've watched any of those, and you can see that that's going to be pretty good. It's accurate 61 to 66% of the time, which if you're even trading 1-to-1, you're going to make money. But if you have your profit loss ratio, say a 2-to-1, you're going to make some pretty big money. Learning how to scalp, all probabilities, nothing's definite, you know, but you just try to get on here. You look at these strategies, you trade in a sim, you be very, very careful. And when you're green for a month in a sim or 2 months in a sim, start very low share size and see if it works for you. If it's not working for you over a couple, 3 months or whatever, get out. Keep your share size low. Don't lose your house. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. All that stuff that you hear from other gurus, or you should be hearing from them. You shouldn't be hearing something like, this strategy works every bit of the time. You should buy my course. That's you want to run from those kind of, and I know they're out there. I made $10 million, and here's how I did it. You just simply have to give me your email and then spend all this money. So anyway, I'm not trying to, I mean, however they can make a living, that is great, and I totally support that. I just run from people who say it's a guarantee. And you should know that, obviously, right? I'm not giving you any advice you don't know. But you would be surprised what people believe. I keep getting some of the questions I get. I'm just like, seriously? I mean, you know, really? You know, you shouldn't be trading, you know, with questions like that. But And that's not you, if you think I'm talking about you. I'm just generally speaking. But anyway, so how you set up these, this is the range that we set up originally for the RV strategy. So we're going to have it to trade this trend today. And what we do, we look at the close of yesterday's candle. So that's the high of this candle you can barely see right here. If you look to the right of my picture, it says C 251.52. That's the close of that. Then you go down here to the ATR. So this is an average true range over a 14-day period of how that stock has moved over a 14-day period. So they've taken the range with this big move upward. And basically that is moving, and if I go over the candle, it says $9.42 down there by the ATR. So that's what that range is right there, $9.42. The way you get that range to be in the middle is you divide the ATR by 2, you subtract half of it from the close of this candle to get the ATR low, and you add half of it to get the ATR high. So you might want to watch that 3 or 4 times. I know I went fast, but it's pretty simple to do that. Now you have this range. So what do we do inside that range? Well, now we're looking for support and resistance lines or channels or ways to trade inside that. How do we do that? So this is let me get this for 10 days. This is a 10-day back 5-minute chart. As you can see, it shows a low 10 days ago. And then I dragged it up to here and I clicked down there, then left clicked up here from Fibonacci retracements. And then all these lines filled in the middle. These are giving us support and resistance lines, nature's mathematical formula that a lot of people follow. And then I did it again on a 5-minute 2-day. And that's what these pink lines are. So, it's not, there it is hiding over there. So now obviously, you know, as things have changed, but probably, no, I guess not. So yeah, so those would be the same marks. So these pink lines here. And then what I did, for those of you that have been following along, I did do a Fibonacci extension where I dragged it up, brought it down to the ATR. And if you look up here, if it does break out, I do have some extension levels. And that's what we're hoping for. So those levels are up there for that. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So now what else do we do? So now we'll go back to this 5-minute chart. I'm going quick, but you guys can just go back and look. So now see all these blue lines? So those are where the candlestick has turned around before on a 5-minute chart, and I've marked them. See how you can see the tops of the bodies and some of the wicks, and you know they're pretty much marked everywhere. Sometimes I take a subjective average as it goes across and try to catch you. See, I caught all those there by clicking way over here at the bottom of that. So you can move it around, a little bit subjective. Try to get as much support or resistance from historical price action. So the candlesticks are showing price action from previous days. Now, we only had a few days that were in the ATR zone that I told you because it just has come straight up, and that's why I had to use the 5-minute chart. But in the book, Day Trading Volume 1, which I have a link to that I highly recommend you get, which is about this strategy, there's also the Candlestick Pattern Playbook I'll have a link to, 66 patterns to candlestick mastery, Trading in the Zone, which is by a different author, Mark Douglas, Best Loser Wins by Tom Hougaard. All 3 of those authors, $1 Million Margin Club's the first 3, those are the top tier, what you want to look for. None of them are selling anything. They're not selling you a course in the book. That's what the book's all about, right? Which is what 95% of these books are all about. So you're going to have me supporting authors that are just giving you trading information. And I can't wait for the open strategy to come out about that. But anyway, and hopefully none of those people are going to start selling. Well, Mark Douglas has passed on. I don't think Tom Hougaard's going to sell courses, but I really like the idea that they're doing that. They're just passing on the information. Guys, I'm seeing this move over here, and this is exciting me, so we might go in early if everybody's ready. I have a large group here. I am in the studio with people around me. I have Charlie over here. She handles the chat. And I do have people over here trading who will not talk as we are trading. If this comes up here like it's doing and breaks this ATR, I do want to get in the trade. Now I am trading on a 1-minute chart. Here it is. I think I went over all this with you. Scalping indicator 1-minute level 2, active trader 2, 15-minute chart, 5-minute RSI, MACD, and then these are all minimized as well as the day. So I'll be trading on this using, and now I have a volume profile in here as well. Is everybody ready to go here? Yeah, I'm going to go in this move, guys. I'm going in right now. It broke the ATR. So I'm in 1,000 shares. Yeah. So Let's just ride this for a minute. So it came up, came down. So now typically we start a half hour after the market opens. I am trading on the East Coast, New York Stock Exchange of the United States, and that's typically 10 o'clock, where you usually get what they call the 10 o'clock boost. We've been doing a lot of trading at the 7 a.m. boost, the 8 and 8:30 boost, and then also at the open at 9:30. All those, of course, Eastern Standard Time, U.S. And I was saying that a different time frame, and then somebody pointed out that you're not taking into account daylight savings time when I was giving universal time. And I was like, oh, this is just too complicated. I'm just going to say East Coast U.S. because I know we have a lot of people from around the world trading, but you guys know what to do when you're looking at this, just like I would if I was trading in the exchange where you are. So so this is a good opening trade, over $1,000. I have $1,000 max loss per trade before I get out of a trade. Now, each one of these is considered to be a ceiling, or, you know, it's already broken through the ATR low and also a fib level right there. That red line is a Fibonacci level. This is another fib. Is that a fib level? That's the retracement level. Yeah. So that's nothing because that's where it starts. But this is a real level. And the volume profile is set up here for intraday. I highly recommend you watch the videos about how to do that. This is a tool right on Thinkorswim. It's not a custom script, and you really should know how to do it. So there's the magnet, I call it, or the point of control. So see how it bounced off that fib? So that's a little scary for me. So that would be something that I would think about turning around right there. Now you'll see me reverse and manage my, if that's going to keep going, you'll see me manage the position. Oh man, maybe I should have gone over there. I don't know. Definitely if it breaks this. I don't know if that's a shadow wick or that actually happened on price action there, but this is set very sensitively. You can watch episode 3 to see how to set this up sensitively. There's a couple of episodes of how to build your own layout. There's all kinds of episodes where you can download this layout and many other layouts for free. Just look under the description, like when it says free layout or free script. Episode 83 has tons of free scripts. Nothing is being charged for here. Everything is community share. And if you know stuff that you want to bring to us that we can share, ideas and stuff that we can implement into a strategy, that would be very helpful. More and more people are doing that, and it's really good, so we can offer more and more stuff. And then the only way we monetize really is that for you guys to watch and subscribe and share, and that might pay for a tiny staff. So far not yet, but we're doing okay with trading. Wow. So it broke the fib, no problem. So I'm looking at that. I'm just making sure is everything is perfectly reconciling, which is great. So each one of these ceilings, if it was going the other way, we'd call it floors. You've got to look at it like it's difficult for it to break through. And why would that be? Well, this is where the price action stopped, turned around, arrested before. A lot of people look at that level. A lot of people might be waiting for that level, and then it might happen again. So you respect them till you don't. So I look at that line like a possible, it broke right through it, 95. We went right over 49. Holy mackerel, look at it go. This is a good trade, guys. So this is getting pretty extended now. It had one pullback here. This is big enough where I kind of want to bank it soon. So let's just see if it gets up near that other level. I'm gonna bank it right there. So I reversed it. That's not. I know some people might say that's not banking it, but that's what I did. So I'll watch the price action to see if it pulls back down toward the even dollar here, and then try to ride it back the other way. If it breaks through that line, I'll reverse back there and go long. So I'm just kind of waiting to see. It's just sort of stopping there. So it is respecting this line. So it's like I made a good call. Mostly I wanted to bank it, 2,500 on that first trade. Okay, that's scaring me. If it punches in there much higher, I got to go the other way. So let's see. I do have $1,000 max loss here, so per trade. If I lose, I'll probably just buy out, cover, rather than reverse, so I can get a handle on it. If I get that anywhere near that high, I'm not going to just reverse. So This is all strategy. It's talked about in the well, I trade a little bit different than the book, but you know, pretty much. Wow, I'm going to reverse off that. It broke through that level. Wow. So I got it at 248.99, right at the even dollar. Remember, those are psychological levels. The reason why I'm doing this, guys, is I'm trying to catch these little dips. I'm believing it's shooting for the moon. So I don't want to be holding in the wrong position. I do not want to be holding, you know, short and saying, oh, it'll come back. I will do that with long. I will hold it, and if it starts to go down like this, I'll go, oh, it's going to come back. I feel much safer, and you know, that's one of the things. There is some videos about how to see which way the market's going to go today. I mean, typically on something like this, look at the news, look at how has this been trending. Tesla is so risky, but it can be so volatile. And there's a lot of short sellers on Tesla that love to watch it go up and then slam you and get it to short too. So you do want to have some parameters here. Like if this, that's why I have $1,000 max loss, or like if it broke through this fib, I'd be out. Like I've called this wrong. But I'm leaning toward this is the next pullback. A couple candles up, a pullback. A couple candles up, a pullback. This broke through the ATR. I kind of look at that as brand new. You know, we're in a brand new area from this weird swale and consolidation at the bottom of the lower volume profile level. And I know this, if you're new, this is probably alien speak. I would watch some of the videos. Once you start to see what I'm talking about, and I trade a little different than other traders, clearly. It's a level of knowledge versus other traders' knowledge. Some have a lot more knowledge than me. But you have to spend the time to watch the videos, all of them 10 times. No, but you have to spend it. Wow. So here we go. This is wow. I'm getting ready to reverse. Let's see if we can break so did it break? Is it going to break that even dollar? I'm looking at the 251 market maker right here. 251 may be the spot, so it looks like it's fading off of that. Much lower than that. I'm going to reverse it. There is a lot of high buyer volume here, so let's get a look at this for the first time. I'm really going to study this. It's been a really easy read. This would tell me to stay in the move. Now remember, know your candlestick patterns, right? So this one right here was basically a tweezer move showing to go down, but this is a spinning top basically telling you it's going to go back up. So that's if it was the end of a trend. 5 minutes are straight up, 15 minutes are straight up. Look at the MACD. You know, we're not overbought yet, according to this. God knows why we're not overbought, but yeah, everything says hold, and let's see how strong. Let's look at 100%, guys. 100%. Do not get out of this move. Nobody's getting out of this move, right? Yeah, I would say it's getting time as we go up for a pullback, but when I see these other indicators telling me where we're at, now we're way, way above the point of control, way out of the volume profile. Things that tell you it could come back. You look at these differently when you're trading like a trend, and this is clearly a trend. And some people would say, what's all the drama? Just get in and hold it. You can trade it that way. Now, this is an area, you know, you would trade that way. You won't capture all the money you could if you know how to scalp. Now, this is definitely an area that I would look at. That's the end of the, we're right, the last level before the ATR high means we're hitting totally new ground up here. And it is a little scary, although I expect that we'll keep hitting new ground. Right now, it could be a lot of people lose their resolve right in this 253 or even 254. Yeah, it's fading there at 253. It just came down again. This is a huge trade. I'm just going to reverse right there. I do not want this to go bam and I lose like $2,000. So I banked a huge cushion. So if this goes 500 or 600, I'm okay with that. So, I mean, I don't want it to lose it clearly. So my position is 252.86. That was a huge slip. I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about dark pools here on Schwab. One of the things that, okay, so a bunch of you along still. I'll come back to this, guys. Hang on a minute. Okay. So yeah, this is that it down there? I understand why you might be long right now. I didn't catch that. Market maker 241, 238. Wow, it's moving fast. 241, 243. I'm going to take that. What did I get that at? 39. I reversed it. Bank 7K. So I was looking to reverse, and then I just started looking at the market maker rather than the charts and the candlestick action because I wanted to bank it. And again, I don't want to be in a short position. This is just a pullback with a spinning top. So, you know, or you could call it, some people would call it doji. Somebody would call it a fat rickshaw man. Learn your patterns in the candlestick pattern playbook. I'll have a link to it. It's already another $1,400 trade. My God. Oh my God, look at it go. I'm gonna get it to 154. I turned around at 154 and I banked another $1,400, but it could shoot up here. Now, I'm not gonna ride it short up toward the ATR here. If it breaks that ATR, we've got some serious action going on here. So we could just, and then we might fall into the escalator strategy, which would be really cool. So everybody's having a good day so far. I'm going to reverse on that right at the fib mark. I'm reversing on the fib mark, hoping it's going to go back up, but let's see. The shorts might grab it here. Let's see. Looking at the market maker, trying to break 154 again. Let's see if it gets up to one. That almost was there. Hit at 154.71 a minute ago. Is that it, guys? Are we done? Is it turning? It seems like it's losing its way up there. I need a powerful punch to stay in this move. I'll take that. So I think I slipped. Wow. So we're going to talk about the dark pools here. Let me just see how everybody's doing here. So now I'm short at 54.02. 254.02. So yeah, spinning top. That's a sign of a turnaround right there. We're sitting on top of the fib. And I don't know if it's going to just consolidate a little bit at this line and take off. Now, let me explain to you a little bit about, there's been a bunch of questions because people know I trade on I say dark pools on swap. So just to make sure that you understand, because there's this huge misconception about every trade has to be shown on the ticker. Dark pools don't show up. So let me just try to make it more clear for you. Market orders are essentially dark pools. Yeah, blow your mind right there. That's what a market order is. When you do a limit order, you're going through an exchange, which I've hidden over here because when I do a dark pool or a market order, Schwab sometimes shows my account right here next to SCHW or whatever. It'll show my account, so I slide these over, or it used to show the name of like what the dark pool technically was, but market, they're funneling out to try to get the best dark pool, not using the best bid ask, whatever that's called. I don't know the name of that right now, but anyway, there is SEC rules that they're supposed to try to meet the best here. However, this is kind of a big however, right? If you always want to get filled, you can say, I don't care. Use your dark pool market. I always want to get filled. I understand there'll be a big slip. So unless you're willing to lose some pretty big money, you don't want to do that. So everybody says, oh, I want to trade on the dark pools. Well, market essentially is dark pool. So but they're not going to they're going to abide by your best bid ask. They're not going to do, if you say, and then it won't necessarily get filled where you want. So I'm confusing it. I definitely want to get filled no matter what. You hear me say, I always get filled. 3.7 times liquidity, filled in 0.2 of a second. 2 seconds. I'm sorry, 2 seconds. They will fill my order when I say buy market, sell market. It's going to get filled. So, but there is a cost for me to do that because it won't give me the best price every time. That's the thing. I've said I'm okay not getting the best price to make sure I get filled. So that's the difference. And if anybody's telling you that that's just a bunch of malarkey, they just are ignorant, which is one of the things that I am up against all the time, is they think that it's fake, it's a charlatan, because they just don't know. They only listen to their gurus one way, and their gurus don't know. And I'm not calling out anybody, but guys, you got to seek more than one source. All right. So if you think I'm wrong, then go ask 10 people, because in there somewhere you're going to find people that say, oh yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Ask the people at Schwab, somebody that knows what they're talking about, not just a random. Ask to speak to a representative that understands about how the market orders work. And then you'll get the real answer. So this is what you usually get, unfortunately, with the online information, is you get people that don't know what the heck they're talking about. People that literally don't know what the heck they're talking about. And I am not putting myself above. I just know what I know, and I know what works. And I'm doing this a long time. And it may not matter to you at all what I'm saying. It's the other thing people say, like, well, why isn't it on the ticker? You know why? Because they don't have to report it to the end of the day. And you know what? They don't even have to do that. So, it's just not... You hear these things and you think that is the law. That is a sin. It's just an absolute. It is not an absolute, guys. More than half the time, the dark pool / market, whatever you want to call it, don't show up on the ticker. 50 to 70% of this is hidden. These are going to show up on the ticker. Absolutely. But the others, they can wait till the end of the day with a big data dump. And there's a whole bunch of ways to get around that. And if you're trading overseas, there's a whole bunch of ways to circumvent that. And I say overseas, I mean like the rest of the world. Wow, look at this, guys. This is a downward, this is a short, and I don't want to lose track of what I'm doing here, so. I'm surprised it's gone down this far. I've been holding it, kind of watching it to see if it broke back up. This is a pretty good trade to take right here. I broke 10K. So not everything shows up in the time and sales. This doesn't show everything. 50 to 70% they're saying. And I think one day it'll be like 10%. Market orders are essentially dark pools through their brokers. And dark pools are our friend now because of this new situation. Holy mackerel. This is good. So, all that mystery because of the name. And, I was calling out, as you know, I had to take down a video. I was threatened legally if you've been following the channel, because I was talking about some of the market makers and how they made money, I felt, in a way that wasn't, I gotta be careful even the way I said it. They made it was legal. I just think that the way they make money, some, not all, were making money in a way that really was against the retail trader, really against the little guy. And I called it out, and I got in all kinds of trouble, and they gave me a cease and desist, pulled down the video. I did instantly, and their whole defense was that they weren't allowed to defend against my remarks. And they were right, They have their opinion, right? So, and I have my opinion. So it looks like it could be turning around right here, guys. I like the fact that it stair-stepped down. It's almost 3 black crows. I'm looking at the pattern. So this definitely is an inverted hammer, which is a sign of a reversal, and it is starting to reverse right now. Some of you are already going long. I'm going to hold a little bit more because sometimes on a sign like that, it takes a minute or two, literally 1 minute candles, I'm saying, for it to turn it around. So I'd like to kind of see a consolidation here. Then as it started to go up, I would take it. I mean, patterns are great to know, but they're not 100%. And that book, the Candlestick Pattern Playbook that I'll have a link to, has all these different professional traders that are listed in there that help with the rating. So it took all their data. Wow. Okay. So I'm definitely going to get ready to reverse off that value add of the volume profile. I'm looking at that. I'm gonna call it soon here, guys. 41 is the next line. I'm going to take that. What did I get that at? 44. So I took it here. Now could keep going. That's also the 20 moving average. This is the 9. This is your VWAP. We're above the VWAP, which makes the candlestick patterns easier to call. Now these support and resistance historical data, I call them, are very, very helpful as well as this. Now, I would think that typically I'd be looking for this to pull down, but because toward the point of control or the magnet, but it's going to take a while for why is this volume profile not as handy today? Because the trend's straight up. So even though it started at 4 a.m. this morning, we had some upward movement that was right off the bat that's going to skew it because it went $8 up. So if you're starting at 4 a.m. because of this setting and you're looking at the volume at the different price levels, you're basically going to, yeah, I know, I'm looking at that too, guys. It's banking off that and stopping. I'm just going to take that and reverse. I got it at 51.70 short, so yeah, it looks like it's stopping. So I saw that the volume went down with the buyers. You know, look at everything. You know, and that was my first clue. And then yeah. So there it goes. So I'm glad I flipped right there. So we're getting into a consolidation here. So it's not as easy it's not going to be as much profit taking. We're not going to get $1,000 trades for a minute. So we can either stop trading or try to capitalize on this little bit right here. So I brought up all that stuff about the level 2 and the dark pools because of an email I got that just did not understand. And it's not his fault. Because he's getting information that's just false. So talk to a representative at Charles Schwab that understands how they fill their markets, how the exchange and the market makers fill your bid and ask. Talk to somebody who really knows and ask good questions based on what I've said, and you're going to get the correct information. I'm going to reverse right there. So it hit that line twice. Here's what it looks like on a 5-minute. This is your first 15-minute red. So the seller's volume didn't thrill me, frankly, but it did. There was some. Wow. I'm going to reverse off that. I'm just trying to capture a baby scalp here, guys. That's all I'm doing. Just trying to capture a baby scalp. So I'm at 251.63 short. 251.63 short. Yeah, I know half of you are short and half of you are long, but everybody's over 10. That was an 8,000. Everybody else is over 10. So we're all trading the same share size. We're all trading market. And everybody has talked to their broker that they want to be filled no matter what. And that's that. That's how you can get that. But you're going to get big slippage with 1,000 shares, sometimes $200 in a trade. So it's a different way of trading, guys. So you have to really, it's not for everybody. Most of the people trading the new open strategy that I've been showing do not trade it like me. They're all using bid and ask. They're using the ladder to set their, when it's going to go in. It's actually brilliant. It's working brilliantly for them. So, wow, I'm going to take that one. All right, so I went ahead and profited off that. Now, if it starts to go halfway down here, I'm going to flip back around. But I did that just in time. Boom, boom, boom. 3 hits right there. That was the 4th hit. I mean, it didn't quite hit it there. Another inverted hammer. So, these are telling you it's going to turn around. And plus, we believe we're on a long trend, long moving trend, upward trend anyway. So, don't forget to look at even dollars. Here's the 150, 252, and then the 251 is right down here, right about where oh, that's where I flipped around. Yeah. So, see, I knew what I was doing. You guys are doing good. Wow. I'm going to take that right there at the 252. And I got 14. No, don't keep going up. Don't keep going up. Not when I'm in a short anyway, but I might take a lesser loss here. Let's see if this keeps banging above that 252 level or drops off. I'm kind of looking for just a little channel action in here based on the RV strategy, but it's a little dangerous, trading a trend like this. So, you just have to be prepared to completely be wrong, turn around, take a $200, $500 hit, $800 hit, and look at the bigger picture and say, yeah, I'm pushing the outside of the envelope with these baby scalps, but I'm prepared to take the hit and just keep going. And it's a mindset. Read Trading in the Zone, Mike Douglas. It's a definite mindset. So. Again, another spinning top, doji / rickshaw man, telling you that this beginning of upward move does not have the confidence of the traders. That shape is being made by price action, which is traders. So this 252 level is really being respected. So that was marked on historical data, which is what the strategy is based on. If it's not, now we're getting into kind of an RV. It actually is trading like an RV. Look at this guy. So we're in between the ATR. We're consolidating across. RV means recreational vehicle, meaning not relative volume, meaning it can move a distance, but in control. So it moves in a way that you can get in or get out of it. Is everybody on that move short? I hope, because it is going. So look for it to turn around down here, possibly. 150. I should have captured that, huh? I should have got that. Now we're back up. It is definitely making a channel here. Let me see if I can read this a little bit better. Volume's going down with the sellers. See it? But look, the sellers are still strong here. So, but you can see these volume bars are going down as it stair steps down. So we've got, wow, psychological support at the same time as yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can. I could slip $200. So I see a couple of you flipped around and didn't do all that well. So this is the problem. It's almost you almost need like a $400 or $500 green to try the flip if you're reversing. There you go. There you go. Wow. I'll reverse there and hope it doesn't just keep flying down. I basically went at the 151 and then hope for a pullback. And then I'll try to go back the strength of the downward move right now if it pulls back any. There it goes. I'm going to take that. So what did I get that at? No, that's only 251.14. Boy, it seemed higher than that to me. Nice. This is really getting harder to read right here. So sellers are steadily getting stronger here, which is good. I mean, that one almost was up. I mean, actually, I thought it was going to get weaker, so it's not really stronger. It's weaker, but I really thought it was going to drop even for now. That's really telling me sellers are almost done. So I had dreams of making 20K. It's not going to happen because I'll be stopping in a few minutes here. So really stopping at the 51. We got to get that marked. So that's not what I meant to do. Darn it. Can't afford to do that in the middle of trading, guys. No, 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 no. Close enough. I just want to have my eyes on that level. Okay. Here comes price action coming in off the volume profile. So if it pulls that point of control up, this move is over. So we got to watch to see if this point of control is going to be pulled up by the price action. That's why you really need to understand this, how to set this up. I have a bunch of videos how to set. This is not a custom script. It's available on Thinkorswim. Nice. Not going to hold this down too much longer, guys, with that price action coming in above it. Now it's historic, but it's still, people see it. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been the, wow. I could have taken it right there. So people are starting to, and look at the indecision. Too long. Oh, the point of control pulled up. Okay. Did you see what happened when that happened? I'm in the wrong position here. So I need to, oh, wow. Well, I called it and I didn't get out fast enough. And there's our point of control. So finally, all the price action caught up to today's average. And everybody jumped on this to go long. I'm going to try to get a lesser loss on a pullback by all the people that are shocked like I was. I'm going to try to get a pullback here. So, I got enough here. I can hold it into a move and try to get it to maybe flush down here again. There we go. So that's a little bit more. I'd like to see a little bit back into the 250. There we go. What is that at now? 250. So I'm going to take that. What did I get that at? 50. Wow, it dropped right when I got it. So I got it right here. I do not believe this move is going to continue, guys. Not because of what just happened. All this is starting to fade, but now the point of control is going to be pulling this way. So plus 2 indecisive rickshaw man dojis, telling you price action is going to turn around. Let's make sure we don't have some weird bull flag or something going on over here, or bear flag. We don't. We have an indecisive on the 5-minute as well. You got the MACD that was, well, not really confirming you. Not really confirming an upward move here. But this is set on the 5-minute. So I don't know. I don't like the MACD on the 1 minute. I think it's just telling me something that I can see much more clearly with the scalping indicator. So I'm just not messing with it. It's just one more thing to confuse you. Trying to look at all this stuff, Okay, I see a bunch of you are, a couple of you still under 10K. I know this was a little hard right here, but at least no one's red. Everybody's right at, there's 3 or 4 people just below 10, and there's a bunch of people over 15 as well right with me, so that's good. So it's not bad for a day, right? So now really you should be trading this with 100 shares or 50 shares or maybe 25 shares. 100 shares, you still have $1,700, So this is extremely risky. And if you did it with 100 shares, your slippage wouldn't be as good. So this is definitely going to turn around here. So I'm holding this long. I mean, nothing's definite. Let me rephrase that. There's no definite. But I see the rickshaw man. I see this level that's being respected. And I see how the sellers just dropped down. So these are all things I look at to hold into a move that may not be too strong for me right now, but is giving me some confidence. And we're almost stopping a half hour after. So this time I will just sell. I'm feeling fairly, have a trade fatigue kind of feeling right now. Then we'll kind of recap a little bit when I'm done here. Looking at the market maker here too, back up to that 51. I'd like to see it go 251 before I get out, where it could just right here at this level. It seems like the oxygen's getting thin up here for this. There's 75. Buyers are definitely coming up. Look at the scalping indicator starting to come up. It's almost to 251. Oh, it fell off. Should have just probably got out up there. Keep it over 17K. Let's hope. And that, whoa, there it was. It went over. I'm not exactly sure where I got it, but 17.4. So that's not bad for a half hour's work. And I'm seeing price action come in, but it's on both sides of this point of control right now. So I'm out of position. I'm out. I'm not in any position now. So we traded the half hour. Now these guys can trade longer if they want, but that's the competition rules we set, because we will be competing, and there's little deals between us about who did what. And there's actually a trading pool, which is totally illegal, as far as you know. Anyway, as far as you know, maybe that stuff goes on. As far as you know. But it makes it more fun when you compete, you know. So yeah, if I were to continue to trade, I'd be looking for an upward move still, overall. I wouldn't be ready to call Tesla done. But 250 is a pretty strong area. And we went up to 53 on this fib, where it was really strong, man. Like it hit a brick wall up here on that fib. And you saw how I set that. And it's just amazing how many people respect that. So, again, study the candle moves. This is super sensitive. You go like that. Doesn't look as sensitive, but, you know, this was pretty easy. This was pretty easy to trade. It just went up, you know, and then when we got into here, this first consolidation, and then here, the second one, the channels helped me for sure, having these channels. So again, day trading volume 1. Now see this price action coming in here. So that's more likely to pull this point of control down, but it's kind of right at it. It seemed like it popped up almost. This is previous price action averaged from 4 a.m. to right now, 10:30ish. So people see that and say, hey, the price wants to go down here, and it's not going to pull it as strong as it did that big move, but it could pull it down, helping people think that thinking that the price action is going to go down. Now it's fading off of here, so you see what happens. Now I pulled it back up. That's the thing. You've got to be ready to react. You know, on that one, it was such a no-brainer that I pointed to you guys. It made such a leap. It was like, oh my God, everybody's up there. Get up there. That's where the price is. Go long. And, you know, that's what I did. And I don't know what that trade was. I think it was a couple thousand. See, now it's starting to have trouble. I don't know. I'm not trading anymore. So, yeah, I can't stop looking at it. I'm tired, but I keep looking at it. So, guys, I hope that, why is that? Oh, I made that mark now. I hope that was helpful. I mean, it's scalping skills mixed with strategy, with common sense. And there's a lot of videos on all these free things, all these free layouts, how to set up your charts, how to build your own platforms, how to see which way the market's going, how to set up your scanners so you don't have to pay for a service. Thinkorswim has an amazing amount of stuff. You just got to know how to use it. So you should watch those videos. And don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. And remember out there, be careful. Always stay inquisitive to new ideas. And then my famous tag sign-off line is go green. Trade in a simulator, but go green, my friends. I'll see you soon.